Waste minimization can help your company save money. But more importantly, it can protect your health and the environment. There are lots of ways you can minimize waste. In this next segment, we'll take a look at the ways companies reuse, reduce, and recycle.
Waste is generated every day, everywhere. Waste adds to the cost of doing business and to the cost of products we buy. It can have serious ecological impact on our water, our air, and our environment. Just about every kind of product made uses valuable resources and creates waste. Disposing of waste is a problem all over the world. Governments are now regulating it more closely. Current regulations require companies to handle, transport, and dispose of their waste in very specific ways. Waste is separated into two basic groups: hazardous waste and non-hazardous waste. Hazardous wastes are highly regulated and monitored by the government. They're also costly to dispose. Waste that's considered hazardous includes toxic chemicals or their byproducts that are used or left over in manufacturing processes. If these products are released into the environment, they can threaten our health by leaching into groundwater or releasing toxins into the soil or air. Non-hazardous waste, scraps from manufacturing like paper, wood, or metal, are expensive to dispose of, but also affect our environment by wasting resources and filling up landfills. Smart companies find ways to reduce or recycle this kind of waste. To help cut down on hazardous and non-hazardous wastes, some companies have waste minimization programs. Waste minimization programs produce many benefits. Less waste means less waste treatment, collection, and disposal. That saves money. If the total amount of material used in a process is reduced or recycled, it helps to lower the actual cost of making the product. Using less chemicals or making less scrap can help protect our environment and our health. Waste minimization programs work two ways: source reduction and recycling. Source reduction is stopping waste before it starts, evaluating processes and identifying the places where waste is generated, and/or not ordering more of a product than you're going to use. Source reduction is preferable to recycling because it decreases the total effect on the environment, creating less waste in the first place. To recycle means that waste is recovered after it's made or the product used. This waste can be reused either for the same process or a new process. Often what is one company's waste can be a valuable resource to another company. Recycling saves money and energy. So what can you do to help? To start minimizing the waste you create, look at how you do your job. How is waste generated? What raw materials or equipment do you use? Looking at the production processes is the first step in figuring out if any of the waste created could be eliminated, reduced, or recycled. More and more companies are discovering the benefits of waste reduction and recycling. If you're reducing the amount of waste you create, it's easier. You have less to handle, to track, less paperwork, and less reporting to do for the environmental agencies. Changing to new equipment that creates less waste and substituting materials or products that decrease hazardous byproducts are effective ways to reduce waste. Smart purchasing helps, consolidating purchases across the company. Buy only the amount you need. This helps to minimize unused hazardous materials that end up as disposal problems later. Recycling. Find other companies that have a use for your byproducts. Hazardous waste at one facility can sometimes be a valuable resource at another company. Recycling not only helps your company save money on high hazardous waste disposal costs, it can actually generate income if the waste is bought. Chemical cleaning solutions like solvents can often be substituted by less hazardous chemicals or replaced entirely by other cleaning methods. Solvents are often more expensive to get rid of than to buy in the first place. Reducing the amount that is used is another good way to minimize waste. Sometimes manufacturing processes can be modified and recovery systems set up. For example, electrolytic and electroless plating processes use bath solutions and create wastewaters with metals such as copper, lead, tin, gold, and nickel. These metals are hazardous when discarded in wastewater. But using recovery systems allows the company to conserve and reuse the metals, cutting down on hazardous waste, material costs, and reducing water use and sewer discharge. Solid waste can also be reduced or recycled, helping to lessen the impact on landfills and preserve valuable resources like wood and energy. For example, damaged wood pallets can be sent to a chipper to be made into fuel pellets. Waste paper from computers, printing, or manufacturing processes can be recycled. And instead of using paper towels to clean up, cloth rags can be cleaned and reused. Good waste management strategies benefit everyone. Employee involvement has proven to be a key to company success in waste reduction. You can protect the environment and help your employer by looking at your work practices, the materials you use, and how you use them. Using products correctly helps reduce waste. If you have ideas about how you or the company can reduce waste, talk to your supervisor. You may have solutions no one else has had time to come up with. Positive actions like waste reduction and recycling not only protect your local environment, they help protect the entire planet. Together, we can make a difference.